I might lose some followers for saying this, but I'm going to anyway. And here's why. Yesterday I made a post on a funny way to respond to when someone says, "But you don't look sick." It's very tongue-in-cheek, a little bit sassy. Most of the comment section loved it. But there were several people who were saying, that's a really rude thing to say to someone who has good intent and is just saying that you look pretty. But y'all, you can have good intent and still say something super rude or offensive. But maybe I need to explain some context of why "but you don't look sick" is really offensive to the invisible illness and chronic illness community. It takes 5 to 7 years on average to get a diagnosis. During that time period, us patients, we see so many different providers. Our tests come back totally normal. Our symptoms are gaslit or not taken that seriously. We're told that all of this is made up in our heads. It's because we're women or that we're just getting older. We keep getting worse and worse and worse symptomatically throughout these years and don't have a label. Then we go and talk to our friends, family, and coworkers, and because we don't have a label or the words to describe what's going on in our bodies, unfortunately, a lot of people then start to not believe us, or they're not able to empathize and understand what's going on with our lives, and so there's breakups left and right in relationships. To say the least, it's a incredibly isolating, alienating, maddening, frustrating, all of those adjectives, time period in our lives. So yeah, there's also like a lot of built up trauma to "but you don't look sick" because it comes across as denying our experience of being sick. Now, I'm all for taking the high road, but one of the biggest lessons I've learned in the last year is you can still be a nice person and not be a doormat. So when someone inevitably has good intention but says "but you don't look sick," you don't have to just say "thank you" or "okay" and let it roll up your shoulders. You can let them know that that's actually an offensive thing to say to someone with an invisible illness. So if we step out of just this exact example, let's say someone has a broken arm. I don't think anyone would say "but you don't look sick." They would probably just say, "I'm really sorry that happened to you." Or, "I'm really sorry that happened to you. Is there anything I can do to help support you?" But for some reason, because our diseases are invisible, we get weird responses like that. And as I said at the top of this video, even if you had good intent, you can still say something that's pretty offensive. And in 2025, I implore all of us to not just take it on the chin anymore. But when someone denies your experience and your reality, we can say something else. So to the people in the comments that said, "That's really rude of you, Alex," you're right. It is so rude when people say I don't look sick. Because guess what? I'm fucking sick.